Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bumper Shoot, where we're covering life's chaos with humor and heart. Hello, girls. I feel like we haven't all been in the same room in a while.
It's been a long time.
Last time, 2 times, I guess.
Okay.
Rhonda missed 2 times before that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's been like, and then you were gone.
And then
I did
Gina, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Our sound is still frustrating me. I mean, obviously, it's not like when we started. At least we have that going for us. But
Yes, true.
it still sounds a little echoey on your 2 mics. Not echoey. It's not echoey. It's like
Far
you're
away.
not sitting on your mic. So
And
just
my
like
lips are
make out with the
touching.
microphone, you guys. Keep your lips
They're
attached.
touching the mic.
Okay, well, anyways, we did have, I met someone yesterday that said he has someone in town that he can maybe refer us to,
that would
to
be
have him
good.
come over and help adjust. I mean, there's only so many buttons on this thing.
Right.
I don't know, but it's supposed to work, and it did work perfectly for us for a little bit. So anyway, sorry that it sounds like, I mean, maybe it doesn't. We'll see after this.
Yeah.
But I did think that one of my cables was unplugged. I thought maybe it wasn't recording at all, but there wouldn't have been any sound.
Yeah.
So that's not the case. All right. So we are recording this the week after I'm going to talk about, except it's a week later for you all because we have part 2 of Brandy's. Or maybe I'll just post this tomorrow and they can get 2 in a row. Just stay on track, right?
Right.
Whatever.
They don't have to listen to it when I upload it. They can. So yeah, that might be easier so we can talk in real time. All right, so we did a thing this weekend, Alex and I, and kind of the kids, but one of the kids did another thing. So something we've kind of mentioned a few times or a couple times, kind of a teaser that we had. You know, Alex and I are working on a project and we'll be opening soon. We'll tell you about it soon. Well, we're ready to talk about it. And I will get there, but Logan had gone back to Italy, as you guys know, after being here for Luca's graduation. And so here's what I'm going to tell you. He called me like a week after he got back. And he said, Mom, I'm thinking about coming out for 4th of July. And I said, honey, that's 6 weeks from now. I said, there's no way Dad's going to support that. And he goes, yeah, but I'm going to be there for the 4th of July. And I said, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And he goes, okay, well, I'm just not going to. He goes, maybe I'll just surprise you then. I said, do not, if you're going to surprise me, don't tell me anything. I don't want to know anything. I said, I can't be responsible for any information, so don't say anything to me. So he's like, all right. And I said, but here's what I'm going to leave you with. I don't think it's a good idea. You're fine. 4th of July is not going to kill you, and we'll be there, in August. Dad will be there mid-August, so it'll be like, another 5 weeks. So anyway, we left it at that. We never talked about it again. So now, fast forward to like 2 Wednesdays ago, I believe it was, and I was talking to Logan in the morning, I want to say, and then he was supposed to call me after work, and he didn't. So I went to bed that night kind of like bummed that he didn't call me, and then the next morning I woke up and I tried to call him, and he didn't answer. So I was like, okay, he's still at work. He's at work again today, so I'll call him this afternoon. Called him this afternoon. He didn't answer. And so I look on to see if he's at work, and his locations are off. And when you have a child that is not even in the state with you, but never mind across the water, you don't turn your locations
Never.
off, dude.
No.
Like I'm not tracking you, but I just want to make sure you're okay.
Right,
I
right.
can't get a hold of you. Oh, you're at work, or I can't get a hold of you. Oh, you're.
And it looks
you're
so
home.
suspicious when our kids do that.
Well, it scares you too. It's like,
First and foremost.
what are you doing?
Yes.
Why do you have to turn your location off?
Why?
I don't stalk you. I don't abuse it.
Yeah.
So it's off. And so now I'm worried and then upset. Like, don't turn it off. I'm mad. Did my head go anywhere? Not at all. Until Logan's friend Christian texts me, and well, actually, I think we were snapping, but like I snapped to make sure he got home okay, I think it was, or whatever. I don't know, whatever. We had been in touch because he had just been here. So it's not like I snap all Logan's friends, please, guys. I'm not doing that.
That's weird.
So, but Christian, for whatever reason, we were in touch kind of recently, but then it had been a day or two, And he texted me and said, "Is Logan home?"
What?
And I'm like, and I thought I didn't even go there in my head at all. I was like, and I had just talked to Logan when he asked me, like he was going to bed or something. So I don't know exact timelines, not to get y'all messed up, but I was like home in bed asleep. So maybe Logan had said goodnight to me and then turned his locations off, and then the next morning, that's probably what it was. So whatever the case, I told Chris that, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what I was thinking." That comment made me go, sorry, Kretz. And I wasn't gonna say anything, but Kretz told Logan and Andrew apparently that he did that. So I found out that later. But so that got me to kind of thinking, and I'm like, we are getting close to the 4th, but
yeah, we were still. It was the weekend.
It was the middle of the week before.
The middle of the week before, yeah.
So then that happened, and then his locations were off all night. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm getting like annoyed. I'm texting him, he's not responding. So I'm trying to think what happened then. We came into the podcast room, Rhonda and I said, Kretz texted me something weird. And she's like, really? And she did not give anything away except it's tough when I know you really well. So she tried really hard, but there was an underlying question there for me. But at that time, she didn't know anything. So you were innocent, but it seemed like she was like, really? And then time goes on and he's not responding, and I'm getting mad. So I call Luca and I say, Luca, it was that afternoon, I called Luca and I said, Logan's not responding, his locations are off, can you try to get a hold of him?
Right.
Maybe he's doing something he doesn't want me to know, but
maybe a surprise or something.
Well, no, I didn't think that at the time.
Oh, okay.
No. And then I texted Andrew, and I'm like, Andrew, have you heard from Logan? Because I haven't heard from him in a couple days. Or 24 hours. It feels like a couple days. And Andrew's like, I talked to him last night. And then Luca said the same thing. And I was like, both of them? Luca never, he rarely talks to him. Although Luca tried to say, Mom, you don't know how much we talk. And I go, that's true, but I know you don't talk to him. Like you had just talked to him the night before. And Andrew talked to him the night before. Nobody talked to him that morning. So I'm like, So then I'm texting him, like, you have to call me. And then I told Andrew, I'm getting a little worried. And then Luca's like, Mom, don't worry. I talked to him. He's fine. And I'm like, So then he finally calls me, and I hear shh, like, that's not really how it sounds, but a window down, like you're in a car, right? And his time, it's like midnight his time, or one. Yeah, it was like 12:30, I want to say, in the middle of the night. And I go, Logan, finally. And he's like, sorry, Mom, I've just been working. I just got home. I'm like, you got home at midnight? Oh, yeah, I had to close tonight. Oh, I go, well, it sounds like you're outside. And he's like, oh, no. He goes, my door's open. I'm drying my clothes because he doesn't have a dryer.
It's a super windy night.
I'm like, so now I'm starting to go, people acting weird. His location's off.
Things are not matching up.
Yeah, things are not. And so now I'm going, I bet you he's here. So now I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm getting a little excited, but I don't want to say anything because what if he's not? So I totally just let him lie to me because I knew he was lying to me. But I'm expecting like he's in the car on his way to Temecula. So I don't say anything else to anybody except for what I told him because I thought he was in the car. This is what I thought. So this was on Thursday. And I thought Andrew just picked him up from the airport and they were on their way home because it was the afternoon. Yeah, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon our time because it was 12:30. Yeah, so 3:30. Anyways, and then... And then, okay, so the girls were reminding me little clues that I had. So then I call, so I tell Logan, I say, I'm going to Biona, which is where we filmed the podcast. I said, I'm going to be there for a couple hours, and I'm letting him know, thinking he's getting into town, so he knows where I'm going to be, because he didn't ask me.
Right.
So I'm here for 2 hours, and then Rhonda asked me, and no show. Rhonda asked me if I wanted to meet them at, where was it?
Killarney's.
Yeah. So I was so tired. We worked all day because we were getting this ready for what I'm going to tell you guys. And then I was so tired, and I'm like, I'm just going to go home. And then I thought, no, wait, maybe Logan wants to surprise me over there. So I go, yeah, I'm on my way. So I go over to Killarney's, and I walk in, and Tracy and Jay are there, and Rhonda and Joe, and no Logan. So I'm like, okay, well then now Rhonda can text Logan and say, okay, your mom showed up. So I get there, and I'm not saying anything, right? I sat down with you guys, we were talking. I had also, but I think between that time, I have a camera at home. It's a little hidden camera. And Andrew was at the house without asking me. And he'll usually say, hey, Charity, Logan wants me to go up and grab something. Is that okay? And I always say yes, but he just always consider, he just wants to give me a heads up. He's not just going to go walk in the house, because what if I'm there?
That's
whatever.
Weird.
He would totally, so I was suspicious about that. And then, so then I'm sitting there, and we're just talking about whatever. And I turned to Rhonda at one point, and I said, Rhonda, where's Andrew? Oh, because also I had asked Andrew to help me. So, okay, wait, sorry. I also forgot this. Sorry, this is my all over the place. I had forgotten that Andrew also was texting. When I asked him about Logan, if he had talked to him, he said, yeah, last night. And then he started snapping me like back and forth, doing funny faces like the kids do. And Andrew never does that with me.
It's different. So
I'm like, is he trying to distract me? Like, pretend like he's like totally into me and not Logan, who's sitting right next to him, I'm assuming. So and then it was like 15, 20 minutes later, maybe 30 minutes later, I got back on and I said, hey, Andrew, do you have time to help me today? I need help. I need somebody tall. And he totally ghosted me. And Andrew would never ghost me.
Does that.
Yeah, that's different.
So, mind you, I'm putting all these things together. So I turned to Rhonda.
This was Friday day, right?
No, this was Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night. Oh.
Was it?
No, it was Friday.
It was Friday.
We went to the restaurant on Friday.
Yes.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Okay.
This was Friday you're talking about.
Okay,
I
so
think you had some
Thursdays
clues
when I
Thursday,
said, yeah,
but Friday
I did.
you were getting some more with like Andrew at your house.
Yes.
And, like,
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I turned to Rhonda and I go, Rhonda, do you know where Andrew is? And the look, she went to grab her drink. And she's like, no, Joe. And she's sucking on her straw. Do you know where Andrew is? And he's like, no. He totally...
Yeah.
Apparently he's a good liar. She's not as good of a liar. Joe Sellis. So she didn't totally and Tracy was looking at her phone. So they
didn't really know where he was at that moment.
No, you didn't. You weren't.
All the boys turned their location off.
Yes, Andrew turned his off.
Yes.
And
I looked on Snapchat and I couldn't find Andrew, and so, but I didn't know. Maybe I've never looked for him, so maybe he doesn't have it on me anyway.
I've never looked for him on Snapchat either. So,
but still, nonetheless, I'm putting all these things together. So I looked back at Rhonda. Bless her heart. It's really hard for her to save face, and she was doing her darndest. It was not obvious, but I went.
She didn't give it up, but she didn't lie either. She was trying to be neutral.
So I just figured, I'm like, he's here. I'm so excited he's here, and I get these tears in my eyes, and Rhonda's like, Charity, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to. I'm not going to make you lie, but all I'm going to tell you guys is my son's here. And I'm so excited. I get these tears welled up in my eyes, and you guys are laughing.
But you already kind of knew that though already, right?
Well, I had put everything together. Yes. Luca was being very evasive, and then when I said, but Luca, da-da-da, and he goes, Mom, I'm not worried about where Logan is right now. And I was like, okay, that's also a weird behavior. And he had talked to him 2 times in a row. So you guys, I just had a ton of clues.
It's a mother's instinct.
It is a mother's
We know
instinct.
where our babies are.
Yes.
Well,
Kinda.
I didn't. And so I did. So then I'm like, so I'm thinking he got there the day before and he hadn't reached out to me. So I'm like, it's okay. He's going to surprise me today. Well, little did I know, and little did he know. So here's what I found out later is that he went down to the Del Mar Fair to go see a concert. And then my sister posted, well, I didn't know it at the time, but my sister posted that she was at the Del Mar Fair at John Party. And then my girlfriend that night texted me and said, oh my gosh, I saw Logan at the Del Mar Fair. She said, he didn't see me, but I saw him from afar. And oh my gosh, he's so tall. I didn't know he was back from Italy. And I was like, me neither. And so I was like, now I know he's here. Because if I hadn't had all those other clues, I totally would have thought, she thought she saw him, and she didn't talk to him, then maybe it was a doppelganger or something. But now I know he's there. So then I text my sister and I go, hey, did you see anyone familiar at the Del Mar Fair last night? And she's like, no, it was a surprise for me. So she didn't get it at all, totally answered it differently, so she didn't see him. So now I'm like, okay, he's been here for 24 hours at least, and he hasn't showed face. So, but now I know you're here, and maybe you didn't want us to know you were here because you wanted to go down to the concert, and you didn't want, it's more dad than me. Like, if you tell me you're going to a concert, I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Not that dad's not, but if he knows you're here, he didn't want you to help him, he didn't want you to work, and all the things which you should offer up as a good
Very
son.
true.
But Logie, he likes to take advantage of his time here.
Yeah.
So I was understanding why he was keeping it under wraps, and I had told him almost a month or 2 months before, like, don't tell me anything. So in that regard, I get it, but enough's enough. So that night I'm like, okay, I'm assuming he's going to stay with Aunt Andrews because he was there. So the next morning I call Luca and I said, Luca, now I know for a fact he's here. And if he does not show his face, he might as well get on a plane and go back to Milano immediately, because now I'm going from excited to mad. Mm-hmm. So Luca's like, Mom, he's not here.
What?
And I'm like, dude, I already know he's here, so don't even try to lie anymore. And so then Luca goes dark. And I said, just tell him that he better show his face this morning. So I come down to Biona, to the property, and our friends Chris and Tammy brought me a little drink in the morning, like a little chai latte, whatever, and a croissant.
Sweet.
I know, it was very
They're
sweet.
so sweet.
Thoughtful.
And so they're there, and then my dad comes down, and we're all talking and hanging out, and Luca calls me, Luca texts me, and he goes, Mom, come up to the house. And I go, no, you come down here. And he's like, Mom, just come up. And I go, no, because I'm mad now. You're all lying to me, and you're all hiding. And so Luca calls me, and I answer, and I go, yeah? And he goes, Mom, just come up to the house. And so I'm like, fine. So he knows I know. I know, you know.
Were you thinking it was going to be the surprise at this point?
So, yes, now I know he's here and he's going to surprise me.
Right.
So I tell Chris and Tammy, I go, you want to come with me up to the house? Luca's telling me to come up, and I know why. And they're like, why? And I go, I'm not supposed to know, so let's go. And they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, let's go. Oh my gosh. Wait, he's getting engaged. I'm like,
what?
Would you stop? He's only 22 years old. The kid is not getting engaged till he's 30. And I said, absolutely not. And then we're driving. So we pop in Chris's, and then my dad's going, I go, you want to come up with us, Dad? He's like, I'll drive. So he drives back up, and he gets out. And I'm thinking, and my dad's like acting pretty innocent for the fact that Logan, I think, is staying here or at your house at the time. So then I get in the car with Chris and Tammy, and they're like, she's pregnant, talking about Luca's girlfriend. And I said, do you really think if I knew that I'd be all giddy right now? That would be the worst thing on earth for everybody, for them included.
Too young.
She auditioned yesterday to be a Laker girl for the second year in a row.
A lot going on.
Luca's career is just starting. He has no business.
That's what they jumped to.
I'm like, you guys, I'm going to punch you in the back of the head, Chris. So he's like, sorry.
He's going to be so happy we're talking about him.
Oh, I know.
He's going to be so happy, Chris
and Tammy. So we drive up to the house and we get out and they're kind of walking in front of me. I go, wait, let me walk in front. Let me walk in front to the door. My dad already goes in. And so we walk in and I'm kind of creeping in to look and I'm peering around the corner and Logan's like, I feel like he's like an insect sitting on the top, or animal on the top of the chair trying to hide around the corner from me. And I'm like, you little stinker bug, get over here. And he jumps down and hugs me. And Chris and Tammy had no idea. So they're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I wanted to surprise you. And I'm like, you got so close to me being furious with you. He's like, I know, I heard. And he's like, Rhonda went outside and called us on our way down to the concert and said, you guys better fess up because your mom's onto you.
Yes.
And then I don't remember everything, but he was getting it from every direction. So fortunately he came, and then I was like, okay, you have to tell Dad right now. Where's Dad? And Luca goes, no, he's on his way. So we're talking, whatever, and Logan was ready to hide, and we kept looking for Alex to come up to the door. I go, where's your dad? He's taking forever. And Luca's like, I don't know, where are you? Dad texts him and he goes, I'm here. And I said, Luca, did you tell him to come up to the house? Or he goes, no, I just told him to come to Biona. I go, oh my gosh, Luca. So I said, okay, let's go down. So Luca, Logan, my dad gets in his car, drives back down. We all pile in the Sant's car, drive down. And so Logan stayed in the Sant's car. We all got out and walked down. And so we went into the tasting room, and Alex is on the phone, and he's facing, it's perfect, he's facing like away from us. So we walk in and kind of come around, but he's still on the phone. And Chris gets out his phone to record because he wanted to catch it, but he's pretending to record the tasting room, but we haven't revealed it yet that day. So Alex says, please don't post. And so Chris is like, no, I won't. And I'm like, he knows better than to post. And I felt so bad because Chris was really just trying to record for Alex, but he got in trouble. So anyway, Alex is on the phone and his back is to the back door. And Chris is coming around the side and I'm standing in front of him. And so he gets off the phone and so I'm talking to him and Logan's sneaking up behind him and he rests his head on his shoulder and Alex turns around. And then he like jumps around and he's like, what the F are you doing here? and Logan's like, hey, and he's like, what the hell is he doing here? Well, he didn't say hell, but I don't use that word. He says, no, he's like, what are you doing here? And he's laughing, and then he goes back to hug him again, and he's like, really, what are you doing here? And he's like, I go, he wanted to be here for the opening.
Yes, that's it.
So we ended up deciding to open. So we have opened with our Poggio Leano wine that sponsors us every week.
That's right.
We've opened wine and olive oil we produce. We opened a tasting group. So I'll get into all of that in a second, but so it was perfect because the official day of opening was July 5th, which is after the 4th of July. So Logan optimized his return by coming for both of those things.
It was a perfect day.
Alex was very excited and happy he was here, but then of course Alex expected that he came to help and work and all the things Logan was afraid of.
I popped over on Saturday morning on my way to Costco and he was at work. Logan was working.
That was the day it was Saturday morning that he surprised us.
Wait, did I come over Sunday? No,
you
I left
came
Sunday.
Saturday.
Yeah, I came Saturday. Oh, you had just, I didn't even know that.
You came, I think you came before.
No.
Oh, no, you saw him.
After, I came at like, I don't know, 1.
Yes, so Chris and Tammy were there earlier, then you came in the afternoon. And he was helping a little bit, but then next day.
I have one question on this. So when you and Gig were here at the house, what was Gig's reaction? Did he know he was here? Or did
good
he
question.
Not know
That's a good
he was
question.
Here?
That's a great question. So Logan was sleeping here in the podcast room. So, and my dad's room is right next door. No, the cot or the futon. Yeah. But Dad was sleeping in the next room and didn't know Logan was sleeping in here.
He said something that he didn't know.
Like 2 or 3 nights, I guess that was.
What?
So Logan actually, I talked to him on Thursday thinking he was going to surprise me on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And then, that's right. And then, but he had got here really on Wednesday. So he was here. He didn't surprise us till Saturday morning. So you could see why I was getting really furious because then I'm picking up on what. And so what I didn't know until after was that he surprised Andrew as well.
Yeah.
Andrew isn't the one that picked him up from the airport on Wednesday.
No.
So Andrew didn't know coming into it. Yeah, somebody else picked him up from the airport. He's got connections apparently. So so he surprised everybody that's in his like friends and family world out here.
Yes.
Which is really cute and that's sweet and all.
Super sweet.
Andrew started figuring it out too, didn't he?
Yes. And I can't remember how, but he
either.
did.
Yeah.
Something about the texting.
Maybe his location being off. That's like always like
tall tale.
Because my kids always look at their friend. Like they...
Yeah, especially on Snapchat.
Yeah, they see where people are all the time.
I think he was able to send a text and he could tell that
Oh,
Logan
on the
opened
plane.
the text.
Yes.
But he did not open the picture.
Yes,
And
because
it
on the
says
plane, the
on
Wi-Fi doesn't open pictures, but it lets you text.
Ooh, okay.
That is how they found it.
and I
Yeah, that's how we
would
figured
have
it
had
out.
no idea about that. But
No,
yeah.
Well, and that's when Logan started texting me. No, I think he texted me and didn't call me when he was on the plane. But he didn't try to send a picture or anything. So that's how he kept me a little bit at bay, like one more day.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, that's the story of our kid.
What an awesome
Surprising.
surprise.
So it was a good surprise, and it was
Yeah.
great to have him, and it actually helped a lot because I thought I wasn't going to see him again from May until August. So now I saw him now, but it's like bittersweet because then I'm like, oh, I have to leave again.
I know.
So I'll see him the end of August, and then he'll come home. It sounds like he's going to come home on the plane with me in September.
Really?
On your birthday, yeah.
Oh, yay! That's awesome.
So anyway, so that was a fun little deal, guys. It was real frustrating and fun and exciting and all the feelings because it was yay and I'm gonna kill him. So anyway, but yeah, so he came home for the opening of Alex by Poggio Leano, and that is our tasting room. It's we are right at the entrance of Wine Country in Temecula, California. And we use our brand, but the location is called Alex.
I love it.
So we have very modern with the Sicilian flair. Alex has brought all his
It's so gorgeous.
Italian things.
It's very
to it.
classy
I've
and clean.
never been to Italy, but I told Charity, I'm like, this is what I picture it looking like. And you're on the main road, but like again, there's going to be like what's it called, landscaping, and it doesn't feel like it's really gorgeous.
It really is.
There's the old world Italian theme that people work with a lot, and then there's the more modern, and that's the one we wanted to go, the fresh modern.
It's gorgeous.
And in Italy, when you go, there's a lot of places now, like the outside is all, the buildings are all still hundreds of years old, but then you open the doors and you walk in and it's a total modern place.
That's awesome.
So it happens all over Italy, and there's newer buildings in some places, but typically it's got this old facade, and then you go inside and it's this really cool modern place. So we've done it on the outside and the inside, but bringing those like old traditions and kind of like landmarks, I guess. So we've got, if you live in Temecula, you're going to see us from the cross street of Butterfield and Rancho, because Alex brought in Catania, as with a few other cities in the world. He brought in Catania in the marketplace. They have a row of the umbrellas hanging above you, and so he brought that to the path from the parking lot down to the tasting room. So people love that as a total photo op. It's just beautiful. And
it's so pretty.
I told him I was walking down and I'm like, wait, this is the bumper shoot path.
That's right, baby.
Bumper shoot means umbrella.
Picture under the umbrella.
We do. Yeah, so he was like, oh, great. You always find a way into my into my things. So, and then you walk down the steps, and there's the fountain with all the four heads that are spewing water, and that's a tribute to, in Alex's hometown of Piazza Marina, there's the lowest area. So this town, I think I've mentioned, it's split into fours. They do the palio. So the lowest area is called Canale, I think. And down there, they have these four heads that have running water all year long. and people fill their water bottles there. Back in the day, women used to wash their clothes down there and stuff. So when you go someday, she'll be there next year. We'll see about you. When you go, I'll take you down there. But that's kind of bringing that little landmark to here, which is
so cool.
And then they put their produce in their fountains to wash them before they bring them in.
Yeah.
Or they used to, let's say. But now it's something that they do as like a decor. We went to this wedding a few years ago in Sicily, and there was this fountain, and there was fruit in it. And Alex it's something that takes him back. So Cindy, our friend Cindy, she grows Meyer lemons and oranges, and so we buy her fruit to sell here. And because we do have fruits and vegetables and sauces and tapenade and all the things, because we brought back the fruit stand. So, but anyways, Alex took a bunch of them and put them in the fountain, and so it's funny because the ones under the mouths spin constantly, nonstop. And then also,
really pretty too.
It does. It's a statement. People take pictures of the umbrellas, and they come down, and then they take the pictures of that. But also in the fountain, there is 4 fountains, or what do you call it? Fountain
bubblers,
sprayers, or whatever at the base of it. So when someone joins the wine club, we take a picture, we throw up the fountain, and kind of like Poggio, and announce a wine club. So we're going to get a bell too, because we want it to be something everybody notices.
Yeah. And then smart. I love that.
I kind of skipped in the parking lot is Alex's blue truck, the 1960 or 50 Chevy. Mm-hmm. There's a beautiful story behind it. I don't tell it as beautiful as it is, so maybe I'll take a picture and post it. But it's a story of it. It's basically his first big purchase in America, and it reminded him of Clint Eastwood movies he used to watch before he came to America. Yeah. So he's very nostalgic, very sentimental. So he has kept that thing, and now it's on a pedestal in the parking lot.
That's awesome.
And then there's the big ceramic pine cones. That's good luck in Italy, or in Sicily. I don't know if it's Sicily specific, but so we've got those. And then in the boutique, so we've got a tasting room where you taste olive oil and wine, and you can also buy in there. Then down in the boutique, we have patio service of just glasses and bottles. We have beer, tap and in the bottle, and then we're going to make these wine spritzers as a little with Italian syrup, like Italian soda flavors. So I don't know exactly what we're calling them yet, but that's basically what it is. So using our sparkling, like Prosecco, we'll be making those little Italian flavored spritzers.
Sounds yummy.
So and then the boutique sells. I just tried to make it like novel things and
the cutest hats,
Italy oriented. Yeah, did you get one?
No, but I need to.
You're going to.
It's super cute. Wasn't it cute?
So cute. Yeah. And in there, I sell One Italian Summer, which is my favorite book.
And now it's my favorite because I borrowed it from you. I loved it.
So good. And I have it in there. I have a lot of copies, so if you want to buy one, come in. It's such a great. Takes place
a love story or
Positano. It's like a dream story, but I don't know if it's a dream or not.
You don't really. It's good. I just recommend reading it.
Does it have a good ending?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It does. Yeah.
It's different. It's surprising. Like, I love a book, and when you come to the end, you're like, whoa,
it's not what
I
you
didn't expect
expected.
that.
Yeah.
It was cute. And it makes you want to go to Italy.
Yes.
That's what made me be like, okay, I'm going.
Yes. It takes place in Positano.
I don't have it.
Maybe I can borrow it from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it takes place in Positano, which is on the mainland. But I looked, as I was reading it myself the first time, I looked up every place it talks about, and they're all real places.
Yeah.
So you can really go to those places.
Like actual, yeah.
So I want to do the walk and go on the island. Oh, so many things. So anyways, it is a beautiful story.
It is.
So I would highly recommend that. You can get it in our little boutique. But then we have custom candles that I've
amazing.
Scented with a candle designer, Jennifer Ayers Homes. We've got 3 different scents that take you to Sicily. And then we've got books on Sicily because our top tier wine club membership gets you a trip to our 2 places, our 2 resorts in Sicily. Or one we call suites, the other one we call resort. But so we have 2 wine club memberships. We have the La Prima, which is basic, like a basic wine club membership. You get discounts on, you get tastings a month.
Bottles,
And we've included now with our new wine club memberships, we revamped them a little bit. You get discounts to all of our restaurants as well.
Nice.
So, and then the passport membership is the one that you get 7 days at our places in Sicily. So it's a really incredible deal. So I wanted to include things in the boutique that you could like do some research or take some notes, and then there's also books on wine and olive oil and wine decanters and glasses and
all the things.
Pasta.
Lots of pasta.
I bought Ella loves the Italian sodas, so I bought a couple of those and some candy on my way out.
I didn't see any candy.
It's in the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's good.
There's a cannoli bar, so it tastes like a cannoli, and then the
Hard candies.
Those are from Syracuse, where Mimi's from.
Oh my god.
Or where Mimi lives. So I put a little. You'll see my little notes I have all over the place. So
awesome.
that's down there, and they come blood orange and lemon from Syracuse.
And orange. They were so good.
Yeah.
They're like filled. They're hard candies with like a soft inside. They're really yummy.
And then I have the whole sip kit, which is like if you are allergic to wine, red wine especially.
Oh my
right.
god.
It's a remedy kit. Those are in there.
Those, yeah.
And then we have Alex suckers.
Those, I saw those. Those are cute. The umbrellas were really cute. They're like rosé bottles, but with an umbrella inside.
Oh yeah, and then the lip glosses are little bottles as well. We sold tons of. I think we're almost out. I gotta do a new order already. We've only been open for a couple weeks.
There are only like 3 left. I saw.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
So, and then I bought some great, like a beautiful piece of art. I loved it, and it sold on Saturday. So I bought another one already. I bought 3 more. I love it. It's so sexy. It's a girl, like it's metal outline of a woman, just from her like hips down, but she has like a man's button-up shirt on, and she's got her bottle of wine and her glass of wine like hanging down, and it's just beautiful. So it was in gold, so I got it in gold, black, and silver. So if other people wanted to put it on.
Did you mean for that to be art for the boutique, or did you mean for it to be sold?
Well, I put a price on it.
Oh, you did?
So
Okay.
yeah, and I guess so. The staff was like, there was 4 people that commented on it. 1 bought it. 1 said it's too pretty in this room, so I'm going to leave it here. And the other 2 were like, I'm going to think about that and go home and see if it fits. So, I mean, it was a hot commodity. And then we have these like custom Poggio Leano like wood. They're little like wine holder charcuterie table. They're gorgeous. We sold like all these different things. These beautiful Italy Eat books. They're so colorful. We sold those. I mean, I was so excited because you never know when you're going to invest in this stuff. What's going to move, you know? Yeah. And it, from one winery to the next, like I could ask, but like Wilson Creek, they get like, they do a different, the mass is there. It's a different thing. People are buying souvenirs and all the things. And I was like, I don't think people at our little place, and plus Alex is like a specific person's name. So I'm like putting that on too many things. Like, I don't know if people want like his name all over things.
A lot of Alex's coming to take a picture.
Yeah, right.
Alex
True.
Yeah.
But like Wilson Creek, it's different because it's like a place. It sounds more like a place. So they were able to sell a lot and so much more than we can. But even talking, and Peltzer has a different style than us.
Yeah.
So even talking to our friends that are out here, I still wouldn't know, what's going to move in our place. Right. So it was really exciting to know that I did okay with the merchandise. That it's moving. Yeah. And that I have to order more. So that was exciting. And Alex has been very sweet in giving me the boutique.
He gave you a lot of credit. You weren't there, and he was talking about my wife. It's her idea.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, I got that so much. Everyone's like, Alex said, or the staff said this, and I was like, they go, but why? Where's your name? And I go, it's fine. I have charity for charity. I'm good.
We can name the little cocktail after you.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Heck yeah.
That's a good idea. Well, I was like, I should put my name on the boutique. Yeah. I mean, it is. Yeah. No, but then I'm like, that's way confusing. I don't need my name. It's fine. Charity for charity is like my name times 2, so it's good. We're all good. But yeah, I could name the drink. That would be a cute thing to do. Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway, so yeah, that's we're really excited to be open. We're gonna be open 7 days a week, 11 to 6.
I'm so proud of you guys. I'm happy for you.
Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
It's a good addition to the amazing places you guys already have in town. So
thank you.
It's super cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Alex as we were planning it. Only 3 months. Like from when it was like, crazy. Okay, we can go now. Then we started doing it, and how he got people. We renovated what we had here. We didn't do any new buildings, no new construction, just some flooring outside, and I mean, you guys remember what it was before. You can't even believe
it's just
the transformation.
It's completely modernized.
Yeah,
so nice, beautiful.
So, but I mean, even though we didn't have any like new construction or anything, it's still hard to get contractors to like line up with your projects, and everybody's busy. So, I was like just dumbfounded at how he got everybody to get in there and work and get it done.
So
and
fast.
A couple of fixes and this and that, and he got it done. So, anyways, yeah, it's very exciting, and we're very honored to be a part of Wine Country. I never thought that was going to be we didn't plan this. This was not something that we were looking to do as a future, but then this property came available. One thing leads to another, and then we were like, we might as well. And everyone was coming in for olive tastings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're like, can we taste your wine?
Yes.
And it's like,
you guys don't need it.
Just seemed like the next thing, because at the restaurants, you can't really do tastings.
So wine club's growing too. So it'll be, are you going to do wine club events?
We'll be doing. That's what everybody was asking. We'll probably do one dinner at the house, but they'll pick up from here now, and
that's
then
good.
We'll do. We're not going to have public events here at all, but we will have wine club member like pickups, and then we might do like 1 or 2 invited events, small. In the year, but we still have. There's a lot of room to grow and a lot more plans to like. To plan out and things, but one step at a time. We're just excited to be open and grateful, and we're honored to be a part of all these our friends that have had wineries for so long, and I think it's something they've always been referring people to the restaurants, and we always refer people to their wineries, and it's just another compliment to the collaboration of all of our friends out here.
Yeah.
So so it's been great, and we've had some of the industry come through and see it, and other winery owners come by and congratulate us. So it's very sweet.
Yes.
I feel like this. There's so many wineries out here, and more coming, and it just seems like the more you have to offer. To the visitors, the more they're going to come.
Yeah. Right.
And I think it's better for everyone as it keeps growing. Yeah. I know there's a little bit of friction on the amount of growth, but I don't know.
You have to keep coming back to try a bunch of them. So people come once, and then they're going to be like, well, we didn't get to do. There's 50-something wineries. Yeah,
and I think you offer something that they want to come back for, and they'll be back to yours too. Right. So I mean, I know with our group of friends out here, like nobody has the same thing. So it's really totally. Great to be able to have all the variety, and you can say, oh yeah, my friends, and people love to like go where people, right? Even if they don't meet the owners, they just love it. Every time we're like, go to Peltzer, go to Wilson, or Leona's. We refer to and I'm just totally blanking on the rest of you guys, but we love to refer the people that are refer us all the time, and as long as we know they're going to get treated good, we're referring to everybody out here.
That's right.
So it's a fun industry. So like Alex said, you're just going to be here drinking with all your friends all the time, and I said, you got that right.
That's true.
You got that right. So
it's the closest winery to my house. So.
We're hearing that a lot over here.
You can literally walk.
I know.
Like it's not even a block from my house.
Your e-bike.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so I hope to have you guys come on out and see us. I'm probably going to be here during the week in the afternoons, and then on the weekends that I'm not out of town, I'll be here.
Nice.
So come see us.
Yay, congrats.
All right, well, thanks guys, but that's not all. We'll be back next week with more from Bumbershoot, where we're covering life scales with humor and heart.
Bye.
Bye.